Welcome to Femme Futch. I'm Rhi Rhi.
And I'm Helen, and this is our lesbian podcast where we talk about all things queer.
I am a cis white lesbian. My pronouns are she, her.
Yeah, and I am also cis white lesbian, and I go by she, her pronouns as well.
Today we are wearing, I've got a nice little pink cardigan.
You have?
Pink dress on, and you've got...
I'm going like purple vibes, so I've got a Joe Black t-shirt on from when I saw him in Manchester. God, I don't know if it was a year or 2 years ago now. Absolutely amazing. Highly recommend to go see him if you can. And purple leggings, kind of massive purple vibe to complement your pink.
Yes. So today we are going to talk a little bit about JoJo Siwa. And then also...
Yeah, we're going to talk about the kind of second adolescence that comes with coming out later in life and how queer people go through adolescence twice.
Yeah.
And kind of how that relates to JoJo. Because JoJo's having a moment right now, isn't she?
Definitely. So in our other episode, we talked about JoJo Siwa.
We did,
and her Miley Cyrus moment. So she was going to release her new music video, which is now out.
And what's it called?
Karma,
yeah. Karma's a
bitch.
Oh wait, is it just called Karma?
I think it's just called Karma, but then the line in the chorus is Karma's a bitch. So we're just going to talk a little bit about JoJo today.
Yeah.
Not everyone's favourite topic.
No, but she's very
why.
topical right now, isn't she?
Yes.
Like, she's very much like all over the internet.
Yeah.
Everyone has got an opinion on her, so
why
not share ours?
Yeah.
A bit of background towards JoJo. She came out at 17.
Yeah.
And so she is also transitioning into like a gay pop star from being a child star.
Yeah. When JoJo came out, it was really cute, wasn't she, the way that she came out?
Yeah. So I actually remember this really clearly.
Yeah.
Because it was quite kind of like pivotal in my coming out journey of like 2021. But she came out in January 21, and it was around this time that I was very much kind of like, I think
questioning.
Definitely not straight. And she posted an image online that just said it was just her in a t-shirt that said best gay cousin ever. And that was her kind of like, I just got a new t-shirt from my cousin.
Yeah. And
like a really nice subtle kind of like throwing it out there. And I believe her girlfriend at the time was kind of like really encouraged her to do it and just said like, just go for it. Like there's no easy way to come out. And especially when you've got such a huge platform like her.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing it, and I don't even know why, but it appeared in my like timeline, and there were so many comments of people being like, welcome to the family, like, another queer representation. And there was like Jonathan Van Ness who was like commenting just like, this is the best news ever, and Ellen I think commented on it. So like suddenly all these like kind of like massive like gay icons started like kind of recognising her and being like, you're one of us now, like kind of adopting her, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
But it was a really like wholesome moment. And I just remember it so vividly. And then I watched her, I think it was like a live stream or something. I don't even know. I don't even follow her. I don't know how it appeared, but clearly in my kind of like...
your phone decided you were gay before you knew you were gay.
Yeah, I mean, Instagram, I was following a lot of accounts that were kind of like gay and bi and a lot of memes, and I've been like, I relate to a lot of these. Anyway, I was watching her like live stream, and she was just so kind of like, I can't believe like I've got all this love, thank you so much. So many nice comments, and like it was received with such positivity.
Yeah.
But she's come out at 17. She's now, how old is she? 20?
20, yeah. She's going to be 21 soon.
And I kind of get why she's doing this rebrand.
Yes, it definitely is a rebrand, isn't it? So she is definitely trying to move away from being a child star and more into like, now I'm a young woman, I'm a lesbian, like I'm going to be out there dating and like...
Essentially trying to like move away from that kind of like kiddie pop.
Yes, and just becoming an adult.
Yeah.
Like everyone does want to.
Yeah.
So she recently went on Call Her Daddy as well, didn't she?
She did,
Cooper.
Alex Cooper's podcast, biggest podcast in the world, hosted by a woman.
Yeah.
She's great. It's very like, I feel like it's got very straight vibes to it.
It has, yeah. Well, because Alexandra Cooper, she started off and it was very much like
of course,
sex and dating, but like as two straight girls, they talked a lot about sex specifically about blowjobs. So that's why it's
straight
vibes.
That's why it got huge.
Straight vibes, yeah.
It is straight vibes. But then I guess I think I only listened to it when she has like a gay person on the podcast.
Yes, because she had Fletcher on. That's how I found out about Sandra Cooper, just through Fletcher. So I was like, oh, Fletcher's on what? And then I'm like, what's this? Call her daddy.
And actually some of her like discussions and stuff, she gets massive guests. Like she had like Christina Aguilera and people like that, which is quite cool. But she's had JoJo on, and she posted like a little teaser saying like, this is the next guest coming up, and the amount of hate that kind of came her way.
I was really shocked by it.
It's ridiculous.
Because I was reading through the comments and things, and I was thinking, right, okay, so everyone apparently hates her, but why? I couldn't see anyone give a reason as to why they didn't like her, other than they just think that she's annoying.
There were so many comments of people like, God, I'm not going to listen to this episode. First time I ever like not listen to a Call Her Daddy
first time
episode.
I'm going to skip an episode.
Yeah, it's just like they're seeing her though as this child, which I guess is her whole point of her rebrand. She's trying to
move away from that.
Yeah, completely move away from it and distance herself from it. And I feel like she's very much trying to separate herself from that. But, you know, she's still JoJo Siwa. She's kind of like, she's a pop star, this pop artist who she produces very, very like kind of cheesy pop songs. Yeah. And we were watching her video, weren't we? Like, it is still kind of like, she's got all the rhinestones, all the glitter and all the kind of like, she's trying, it's getting there, but it's not quite adult. Yeah. Poor JoJo. She's just so easy to hate. And of course, her coming out and being like a child star she just opened herself up to all the kind of conservative mums and, you know, all the Christians in America who were like, I am never letting my kids watch you again, like this is abhorrent, like how dare you, kind of like you've just ruined it you've like broken my child's dream, like, and it's like no, actually you haven't.
She's gay, it doesn't mean she's less of a person or
exactly, and she hadn't at all. Like obviously it's not a massive thing. No. It's like one angle of her personality, but you know, I think she said on the Call Her Daddy podcast as well, like, you liked me on January the 7th, but then you didn't like me on January the 8th. Like,
I don't like you either.
I don't want you in my life, but also you really need to question that, because I'm exactly the same person. I've just told you, or like let you in about one other element of my life. Yeah. Regardless of the hate, focusing on the fact that the queer representation for kids is amazing. Like,
so amazing.
Her platform of, you know, like little 5-year-olds up to, I don't know what her audience is, like young, but anyway.
Young people.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to be able to see.
They do. But I think it is important for her, JoJo, to have this kind of transition into
being an adult.
Adult pop.
Yeah.
From kid pop.
Yes. So with like the new image that she's come out with now, like I feel like it's not that far away from how she was before. So like with being like a dance person, like she was always there in like spandex and like the tight outfits and like all the glitter and all the rainbows. She was always all the bows.
Don't forget the bows.
So many bows. So the bows
side pony
have gone. The bow itself has gone, but we've still got the spandex, we've still got all of the rhinestones. Like even more rhinestones than before.
You know her mum makes all her costumes. I think it's really cute.
That is cute, but
I think she maybe needs
the adult era needed to step away from that with getting someone else to make costumes.
Yeah, they need to be less rhinestoney.
Yes.
And but I mean, maybe it does play into her image, or like, I don't know. She's just, it's maybe like a kind of, maybe it's not quite her final form.
No,
so to speak.
Maybe it's the first transition. She's taken the first step away, and now it's going to progress further. Yeah. But it's just giving me Gene Simmons vibes.
I love that you think that. That's hilarious. I know what you mean.
Like the last outfit in the Karma video, very Gene Simmons vibes.
It's very Kiss. And her songs aren't even like rocky or anything.
No, they're just very poppy.
Yeah.
Very poppy.
Yeah, you know, she's called her new, her music gay pop. Like, she wants to like rebrand. Yeah. And like, there was a little bit of controversy online about her being like, oh, I've created a new genre, and then like loads of pop stars were like, like Tegan and Sarah, and people were like, hello, hi, we've kind of been here already, we're doing this.
Like gay pop does exist,
but she's young,
it's just
like
not as mainstream.
Yeah, it's not, but she is so young, and she's kind of branching out into this new area. Yeah, so
She is definitely trying to take the world by storm, which everyone is talking about her, so she's doing something right.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're all a bit confused by the look, but she's doing something. She's it's definitely out there.
She is. I like that she's
definitely making a statement.
She's 100%. She's quite leaning into like mask kind of fashion. Like she's very much taking
all the masks are screaming Helen. They're like, when have you ever seen us dressed like that?
No. Okay, no, wait. Not in not the videos. I mean like day to day.
In general.
She looks a lot like G-Flip, and like the baggy trousers, the kind of cut off t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
Like G-Flip's got a very kind of like mask image.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of like videos I've seen JoJo in. I'm like, oh, okay.
I wonder, it will be interesting now to see her like red carpety. What look is she going to go for then? Yeah. Is it going to be more calmer video look, Gene Simmons? Or is it going to be more... Yeah. What's the next direction?
But I think we need to focus on the fact that she's growing up and discovering her identity and herself. And she's also trying to navigate being gay as well, which on top of that is really hard. Like she's had her kind of childhood, well, she hasn't really had a childhood, has she?
No.
Let's be honest.
Growing up in the spotlight from age 9.
Yeah, but like I think with, you know, people are getting annoyed, and like I don't think they should. It's unnecessarily annoyed at her for just working this out, and kind of she's going wherever she wants to go, and trying things out along the way.
She's getting a lot of hate online for like the new Rebrand, and I'm just wondering if, because a lot of people, is everyone who's hating on it, is it because we're a bit older and we still see her as a child, and like now that she's an adult and trying to come into herself and like be sexy, is it just because that's not what we want to see her do?
Well, you were saying there was a lot of hate from like lesbians online. Yeah,
just because no one thinks JoJo's attractive, in a sense of like, but is it because she's young? She's young, so why would we find her attractive? Maybe the lesbians at her age.
I don't know. Like, I think it's unnecessarily hated, and also like she doesn't need to be sexualized. Like. No. She's still young. She's only 20. She's going to be 21 in the next month or so. Yeah. And she's kind of like leaning into her sexuality of being gay. But like, I just think, poor JoJo. Frankly.
So much hate.
So much hate.
We don't want to add to the hate, JoJo.
Yeah.
We just...
No, I just think
want less rhinestones.
Less rhinestones. It's really interesting to watch though, and to watch her grow up, because she's definitely having that Miley Cyrus moment.
Yes, that is her wrecking ball moment. Yeah, she's like very much wrecking ball it on.
I remember that moment with Miley, and but I feel like she was very much in control, despite people being like, "Oh my God, is Miley okay?"
Yeah,
like she was absolutely fine. She kind of knew what she was doing, and she was making such a drastic change. It separated her so much, and then she's kind of reverted back a bit, I guess. So maybe JoJo will...
Because I feel like with Miley, after she wrecking balled, it was like everyone's like, she's not the Disney star anymore, and it's like, well, no, that's exactly the point. She's not. Thank you.
But
I'm glad you understood.
It takes something so drastic, like that.
Yeah,
like that. So you know, JoJo.
That's what JoJo's doing now.
But I think what's really pivotal here is that like she's kind of going into her second adolescence, which is what a lot of queer people have when they come out, especially queer people when they're older, because they've grown up with this identity in their teenage years that they think they have to like fit into the box. So let's say like you don't come out early in your teens, you're having those kind of first experiences and trying to find your identity, but you're trying to find the identity that you're actually repressing, because you're like, this isn't quite working for me, or this isn't who I am, but this is who I'm supposed to be. Yeah. And then you're kissing people who you're like, actually I don't really want to kiss them, but I'm meant to kiss them, so we'll just go with it. Yeah. And dating people that maybe doesn't feel fully right, and then when you eventually realise and come out, it's like, okay,
awakening,
and you're having your teenage years all over again. Yeah. So in a little way, I feel like JoJo's having those teenage years.
So I feel like when we came out, because we both came out like a bit later in life, like I was like 24, you were 13.
I was 29.
29, like just pretty much 30.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you almost, well, you do have, it's like your second adolescence, like when you come out, because you spent the first time you've started dating people, we've been dating the wrong people because we didn't know we were gay. But you sort of end up dating them because that's what society tells you to do. So you tend to find that when you do first start dating women, it's like for the first time. Everything's for the first time again. And it's like being like a teenager again.
Yeah, you literally get those kind of like giddy teenager feelings.
Like I was more nervous to go on like my first date with a girl than I was to like go on a first date with a guy when I was like however old that was.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, same. And like kissing a girl for the first time, it's just like, oh my goodness, this is very scary. Like, gay panic. Massive
Definitely gay panic. I wonder if it gets worse like when we're older.
What do you mean, like the older you get?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, probably.
Like, more nervous. I don't know.
But I think this is a weird thing because I think there are obviously benefits for coming out whenever.
Yeah.
Or like whenever in life. But like the older you get, like the more technically experienced you are in life. So you kind of know what you're doing, but then you also feel very like that you have no idea what you're doing. And it's a really weird kind of juxtaposition of just
like you feel like you can do everything in life other than the dating part.
Yeah, but then obviously you've dated, like, well, me personally, I've like dated men and obviously like knew what I was doing. Knew what I was doing there.
We just don't know how to date the girls.
Yeah, but then I think some of that translates, but then a lot of that doesn't translate at all. And you get that nervousness of like, oh my god, this is happening. But then you also get that kind of I guess the contentment or like reassurance that you're like, this feels really right now. This is definitely what I should be doing.
Yeah.
God damn it, why didn't I do this earlier? Like 10 years earlier.
It's the first time when we started dating people.
I know.
So it's a very common thing, like having second adolescence, like as a gay person.
Yeah.
A lot of people have it. Because as well, my first girlfriend, I feel like that relationship with my first girlfriend was more similar to like the relationship with my first boyfriend. Like it's a very much like first, in a sense of like I feel in a way you almost forget some of the red flags you learn from dating. Yeah. Because you just get lulled into this sense of like, oh, but it's a woman, it's fine. Yeah. Like, she won't hurt me. She's not going to do that. That would never happen. Like, a woman can't do all of those things that men did to me to like hurt me. It's fine.
Oh, yes, they can.
So I feel like your first gay relationship is like your first relationship, similar to like a first relationship. And
I think you get super excited and you jump into something quite quickly. I know, like, because I obviously jumped into a relationship quite quickly, and mine wasn't bad. It was great, but it wasn't. I probably needed that initial. I probably shouldn't have jumped into it so quickly. Yeah, needed a bit more of like finding my feet.
You just get overexcited.
No, it's really exciting. And I guess you did the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what happened after that relationship? Did you have like a kind of
so I feel like after that relationship I was a bit more like, right, okay, like remember like all of the values that you have for dating, like it still applies, like don't just get really overexcited, like we've got to think about it logically as well now.
makes sense. I think I'm kind of doing that at the moment. Just like it's been, and it's good fun, and you kind of need that exploratory time. Like, it feels such a weird term to say like that, but say it like that. But it's important to kind of find your feet, and then also like find people that you gel with and people that you don't gel with or whatever, and which is what you would have really do as a teenager. Like I can't remember doing that as a teenager, but obviously it was different. But it also makes, I think, gay people seem a bit younger in that sense, because you've kind of
can do because it does feel like, I know for us, because we came out in our 20s, like it did feel like we were like teenagers again. So if someone's sort of like viewing your dating life as someone your age who's straight, that has like been through all the teenage years and done that, and then they're on to more like what they consider mature relationships, and then they watch us go through like all of these like more immature relationships, then they're gonna be like, oh, so like silly.
Well, but then it's just not like we just didn't get to it as quick as
we
you
didn't
did.
do it the first time around properly. We're doing it again now.
Precisely, and now we're doing it properly, and you know, like, better late than never.
Yeah, like, it's real now. It wasn't then, but it's real now.
I mean, when I came out, I made a YouTube video about coming out, and I talked about how it was really weird because, like, everyone I seemed to know in my life was kind of, I mean, apart from you, but I guess you were in a relationship already, but, like, most, like, straight people in my life were kind of, like, just getting married or having babies and, like, having these massive milestones, and it felt a little bit like I was starting from scratch. Again.
Definitely, it does feel like that.
While that was really exciting, it was also really daunting. And then I also go through phases of, like, oh, I've wasted all that time.
Being straight, I know. I get that a lot.
Yeah. But then we've just been hurt by shitty women.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, we always say, like, oh, if I'd never dated men, like, I would have caused myself so much less pain. But then we think, well, maybe it was the men, maybe it's that age, maybe it's both, and who knows, we could have met shitty women.
This is exactly this is true.
They could have just been female versions of those men anyway.
I mean, probably, like, 19-year-olds, like, I mean, 19-year-old
maybe
lesbians.
it was just our bad decisions, not necessarily just the men. We can't blame all of this one on the men. Not this thing. There's other things we can. I feel like, as well, like, when you come out, it sort of very much changes you. Well, not changes, but, like, you become more confident in yourself in a sense of, like, well, you have more confidence because you are who you are.
Well, yeah, you find your identity.
Yeah, you do. Your true identity.
Yeah. Or you find an element of it.
An element.
It's a journey.
Being gay is not everything we are.
I mean...
as much as we like to make it.
The whole personality.
But no, so I feel like before I was out, I was quite insecure a lot of the time, because I just was insecure. And then I feel like after I came out and started dating women, I just got more, like, comfortable and confident in myself. And I don't know if it's that because it's not, like, as much pressure from male gaze, or if I think women are a lot more accepting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So my style has definitely changed a lot. Whereas, like, now I feel like I dress for myself. I
was going to say, do you think that comes from a sense of your inner confidence? Of being like, this is just how I want to look because of
how I want to look. And
how,
very much, like, take it or leave it.
How did you get to that point? Because I was going to say, you haven't always been, like, the pink princess Rhi Rhi. But
I feel like it just merged into it. Like, slowly.
Just slowly.
I'm going to let it all out.
Yeah, and if your confidence, like, kept building, because I feel like I'm still very much in my, I mean, I've been wearing the same thing for however many, 15 years maybe, 10,
if not
years.
Longer.
Probably, exactly.
Maybe longer now.
Just like leggings and t-shirts and band t-shirts, but that is very much my style. But then I think I kind of, now I've come out, feel like my next thing is, like, just working out exactly who I am and how I want to dress, and, like, because I love, like, you know, I love a tie-dye t-shirt and stuff like that, and I've never really been into fashion like you have, but, like, it's that confidence in yourself and feeling secure in your identity and who you are kind of makes you, like, take a little bit more care and, like, look after yourself more. I always bring it back to Queer Eye, like, you know, the TV show. They're just so, like...
I love Queer Eye.
I know, it's just so wholesome, and it always makes me really emotional, because it's like, you're just like, you
I
need
can't
to look
get
after...
through an episode without, like, streaming. But, like, in a good way, in the best way.
But it's just like, you need to look after yourself, and, like, they give you so many good, like, good things about being like, look, no, you need to focus on yourself and present to the world the image that you want to present to. That's all from you. It's not for anybody else.
No.
And particularly when you take away the male gaze and you're actually like, I'm not doing anything for men now.
No.
I just want to dress for me, because women will like that regardless. That's quite a powerful thing. And I kind of feel like, just going back to JoJo, like, she's kind of...
That's what she's doing
she's
now.
doing that at the moment. I think, because she's only, it's like, she came out at 17, so it's only just been over 3 years. Which is still relatively new. And the whole, I just can't imagine, like, growing up in the public eye with that kind of, like, this is your identity. And I'm sure she felt like, you know, the dance,
so
the
much
bows,
pressure.
but all the pressure on it, like, of working out, and then now she's like realised that she's gay, and she's like, okay, this is the area of me I need to explore and push, and whether that's through her as an artist and her music, or I don't know, and her clothing, the way she dresses, and I don't know, maybe she's going to be the mask representation.
I don't know, not in them hot pants.
No, maybe not. True. She dresses very differently in her videos to like
real
day
life.
to day.
Yeah, but don't we all?
I mean,
well, not you specifically.
Not really.
But she has. Well, she's like, yeah.
True.
That's the weird part of it now, isn't it? Like when you have online stars, like, well, not just online stars, but like stars like JoJo. She has a very big presence online. She always has. Like she's a social media person as well. Yeah. So it's weird to see like the switch in between like the professional side and like the everyday side of her. You don't always get that with some celebrities.
I don't know. I think identity is a weird one, but I think, and like especially with queer people, it's tied up so much within our sense of who we are.
Yes.
And you know, whether you want to broadcast your queer identity to the world or not, or whether you want to blend in, because there's so many queer people who don't want to. Yeah, they go through that kind of like the journey of coming out, but then are very much like, well, that's not my whole personality. I'm not going to be wearing rainbows. I'm not going to be like shouting about
still
the fact
the same
that
person,
I'm gay.
but
yeah. And then I think there's others who are just like wanting to embrace being very flamboyant and being very I don't know. I'm still in that self-identity discovery.
Yeah.
phase.
That's fun and that's exciting.
Yeah, I think so.
It's exciting.
Having my second lot of teenage years.
Yeah.
And just seeing where that takes me.
Yeah. So I feel like something that you go through as well when you have like your queer coming out and like the second adolescence is when you first start dating, like as a teenager or whenever you start dating, I feel like your type of person changes as well.
Do you mean like the type of person you kind of go for?
Yeah, the type of person that you date. So I feel like when I first started dating women, like the first lot of people that I might have started dating wasn't necessarily my taste, but you're still like,
what were they like, the first people you started dating?
Trying to date. Like some of them were like very, very butch. Yeah. And then some were like a bit girlier as well.
Okay.
Whereas now I think I just go for masks. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, so like soft masks. Okay.
Yeah, soft masks. But so I feel like your taste as well like changes because instead of just thinking like, oh, date woman, any woman. Yeah. Then you go on to like what you type and what you like.
Did you ever date any like femmes? Like as femme as you?
Not as femme as me, not at all. There's only like one person that I've ever dated that was like similar. Not like, I'd say I'm more femme in like wore more makeup, but she dressed like girly, would wear makeup, like had like girly sort of styled hair.
Interesting. So because I went for very like, I mean, I guess I'd had experiences with more girly girls, but then like my first relationship was like very much a soft butch mask, and then I've kind of like gone on completely opposite and gone for more like long hair, women with long hair, more girly, or like more Futch vibes, or kind of just I don't know. I feel like I'm like everything and
still anything. On the journey.
I'm still on the journey.
Helen's trying. You're still trying to find type. It's fine.
I think though, like with type though, like I don't. Appearance and stuff isn't really.
That's not for you.
Yeah, no. It's really not for me, and it doesn't really like. It's more of a vibe I get from someone, and I think especially with dating, like reading people's profiles is such a big thing, and like if you've got a load of. Although I say that I did date someone who didn't have anything in their profile, but then they turned out to be lovely, so it was great.
They're just not good at.
Just swiped on the photos, but it's. But then people generally though people I match with like have a great profile and like they've kind of like they're selling themselves, because I think sometimes photos are it's really hard to come across well in just some photos. Yeah, I don't know, someone who's put some effort into their profile, it's funny, or like it tells you exactly what they're doing, or like
because you need to at least be able to like start a conversation with someone, and if they've got nothing, what do you even like, what's your first question other than hi? Like,
hey,
you need to actually be able to talk to
be
them
more
about
original.
something.
It's it's more of a vibe for me, and I'll get that really instantly as soon as I've met someone, and kind of if we can if there's like a back and forth or something, voice notes are always good. Switching to voice notes quite quickly, or like to phone calls is always good, because then you can really get a sense of the person. Yeah, and you can hear their voice as well, which makes a massive difference. And my type is definitely evolving. But I think because I struggle with my identity, my self-identity, I guess I'm kind of like, do I want to be her or do I want to be with her? Like the age-old lesbian question.
Yes,
or like,
I was about to say that's just the age-old lesbian question, isn't it?
Yeah, I need to find where I am and do more work on myself. Finish my second adolescence.
Yeah.
Or at least get to a point where I'm a lot more comfortable with myself and my identity, and then see who fits in that.
I wonder what it's like for like now.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, well, in our generation, like people, it's very rare that people will come out straight away. Yeah. Like when they first started dating, like you don't tend to get lesbians that have, there's not that many, obviously there are some, but there's not really, really, really not a lot of lesbians that have always dated women and from the start have dated women. Yeah. But I feel like now, with the younger generations, like there's people that are gonna just know that they're gay from the start, and that'd be okay because there is representation now, and they know that it is okay to be that. So
very true. And like someone like JoJo, to be honest, like them coming out at 17 and having such a young fan base is gonna do wonders for the
like there's gonna be kids that will know that they're gay when they're like 8, and they're gonna have to like, if they're a girl, they might have to like never have to date a man.
The luxury. I know. JoJo's done a lot coming out when she has, especially with such a big platform, because it's also like it would be so easy for her to have hidden that or like just kept it to herself and kept that privately. And actually, we've said this before, that you didn't know lesbians existed when you were younger.
No,
and you didn't
until I was like 13, 14.
Yeah, and you didn't see that kind of representation that you would have needed.
No.
And I think I was the same. I kind of just didn't realise it was an option, or like be like, oh, that's something I could explore.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really important for people to be like, these are the options.
Yeah.
See which one you fancy.
Like, see what works for you, because that literally is what it's about, like in life, like seeing what works for you.
Yeah. And then you go like, oh yeah, I'm definitely straight, or I'm definitely bi, or like I'm definitely gay, and you can actually realise that these are options, and you don't get the hate and the kind of the homophobia and the stuff that comes with it and keeps young people in the closet so long. Yeah.
So I think that's everything for today. So thanks for watching.
Thank you very much. That was a great episode.
Us talking about JoJo Siwa and second adolescence.
Exactly, and identity and everything that comes with it. So thank you so much for listening. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and leave us a review
everywhere.
So enjoy. Thank you.
Come find us.
See you later.
Bye.